Hey guys, what's going on? It's Chris from the Grid Hi-Fi. We're out here letting you guys know about the brand new Kaleidescape Strato V, as it's going to be called. This thing is really, really cool. It's going to solve a lot of you guys' problems that you guys are have objections about with Kaleidescape. I think that this thing's going to be really, really cool. We're going to let you guys know all about it. We're going to do it right after the intro. All right, guys, let's jump into the topic at hand. We are looking at the brand new. This is the Strato V from Kaleidescape. So, broad strokes. What you're going to notice here is that this is the entry level type of dip your toe into Kaleidescape. The thing that I notice the most is people always complain that Kaleidescape's great, but it's just a little bit out of my price range. So this removes that objection by actually getting the price down significantly. Pretty much cuts the barrier to entry or cost to entry in half. So that is really, really entertaining for a lot of people, and I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy it. So what I see this used as most is, say you just got your media room up and running, you really want to start with Kaleidescape, you grab one of these, or say if you have a Zone 2, then you can add this as well. Zone 2 means you have multiple areas throughout your house that you want to watch Kaleidescape on. Maybe you already have a lot of movies that you already downloaded on there. This has Dolby Vision. So Kaleidescapes from before didn't necessarily have that. Now you have the ability to do that with your flat panel TV. Any projector that I've seen doesn't natively have Dolby Vision, so it's kind of a moot point for them to add it before. But I think that now that they're trying to, get into the market of flat panel TVs, I think that this is kind of the best case scenario for you guys. So you get, like I was talking about, Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos. You get it right here, right from the start. One thing you will notice is that this spinning platter behind me has a black casing on it. So pretty much anything that's SSD from Kaleidescape is going to come in this matte black casing, which is really, really gorgeous. This actually has 1 terabyte of internal SSD storage. So one thing you guys will notice is that on the back of this, that there is a dedicated 2.5 gigabit Ethernet jack. So your download speeds will be very, very fast. So say if you're going to be having if you're going to be downloading movies on this thing, you can download a simple 4K movie in as small as 10 minutes. It's very, very quick and easy. So I will also say, I'm not sure if I can find the remote. Let's see if I can pause this. So the difference in between this one and a standard Strato C on the back that I've noticed is you still get your USB on the back here. So if you need to, I guess, power a optical cable or an injector, that would be right there, an active cable. You also have an IR-in, you have a 12-volt DC power supply, and then you also have a mini USB for service back here. What I do notice that's different here is that, one, on the power supply for this specific unit, the Strato V, is that this is a completely different power supply than the Strato C. So I think that they're identical in their the ratings and output, but it is physically a different box. So that's just one thing I noticed. I'm not sure why they changed, but that's just one thing I noticed. Again, here we have a dedicated ground strap right here. So it even says ground right there. It has, this is a dedicated ground screw, so if you need to ground your system, you could do that as well. So if you have an upgraded grounding strap, or if you just wanted to ground this thing to your rack, you could do that. You do have your digital and your audio. You both have two audio outputs. You have a digital and a coax. What you don't have anymore is you don't have the HDMI that is dedicated for output. So if you have a kind of a sophisticated system, which I don't really think that this is the purpose of that. I think this is really meant to be more for TVs and used in that environment. But if you have a more sophisticated system, you're going to want to have one dedicated HDMI going to the audio, one dedicated HDMI going to just the video into your processor, so that way you can speed up the handshake issues that a lot of people have whenever they're switching between sources. But I think that's pretty much what we notice here. Also, what I've come to understand is that from the date of launch of this, they're not going to have the full suite up and running for this thing, so you kind of got to download things directly on your phone to get them to communicate with this unit right here. Again, like I was talking about, the world famous patented Kaleidescape splash pad, that's not going to be available for this Strato V, basically you're not going to have a million movies anyway. So kind of the idea is that you'll have a bar kind of in the center, which is pretty much just takes off the top and bottom of that splash pad, and then it'll make it look a little bit different. The interface is just, it looks a little different because they kind of figured you're not going to have a million movies. It just makes more sense to roll with it that way. So I think that's kind of it for talking about it. I think I've hit all of the major points. Actually, there's one more. So the idea with this thing, in which this is my opinion, is most people are going to buy this thing because it cuts the cost of entry in half. Two, you actually get the improved quality from your audio and video. If you guys don't know, Kaleidescape has some of the best audio and video quality. One, because they work with the actual major motion picture companies. They get that raw data directly from them. So the video is impeccable and the audio quality is lossless. So if you're a critical listener, if you really, really want to have the best versus listening to something on a mass-produced streamer like the Roku or Apple TV, there is massive amounts of content that you guys are missing. There's massive amounts of details that you're not experiencing if you guys aren't checking it out on Kaleidescape. So I think that that's really, really cool. But the thing that I like about this platform is that you can scale this. So say you buy this, you kind of spend all your money on your home theater, you're licking your wounds trying to make sure that you recuperate some of those funds a little bit later on. You can actually scale this thing to expand it. So if you wanted to, you can actually grab a Tera 8, a Tera 22, any type of iteration of their movie servers, and increase this thing's capability. So you can use this as a dedicated movie player just by itself, and you can add on as many movies as you need as your collection grows. So I think that's really, really cool. So that's kind of the thing I like about it. It's kind of like one of those buy once, cry once type things. But I think that's enough talking about it. What I'm going to do is we're going to show you guys a quick little workaround. Like we're going to show you guys exactly how this thing works on a flat panel TV, and then we'll reinforce some of those things that we just talked about. But I think that's it. So we'll chime back in a minute. All right, guys. So now we're looking at the Strato V. This is your new backsplash page, as it would be. So you have your movies up top. Again, you don't have a million movies, but there's only 9 downloaded on this one right now. It also shows you what you've previously watched and paused. So that's really, really cool. And if you've already watched it, it'll show it below that. So it'll fill up the screen still, but all of these things, all these movies that we have here are Dolby Vision, and this is an OLED TV, and it has Dolby Vision on there as well. So if you just want to play something real quick, we'll show them that the flag pops up on there. So what you'll notice is once you do play something, let's see if I can do that, your flag is going to pop up right here. So you do have Dolby Vision, and what I noticed, because we were just watching this before I recorded this, but what I noticed is that the tone mapping is actually much better on the Dolby Vision version versus just streaming this or just watching it however, even on a Blu-ray player. So that's kind of the one thing that's really, really cool there. So let's pause this before we get copyrighted, but that's kind of it. So I'm pretty impressed. This gets my stamp of approval for sure. Again, I think this is a no-brainer if you guys are using this in a media room type of environment, or you really just want to get into Kaleidescape, but you just don't have the full Kaleidescape funds just yet. So again, like I was talking about, this is roughly half the price of a new Kaleidescape system, which is really, really impressive, to be honest. So I think this is going to fit a lot of people's budgets, and I think it's going to be a very popular product. But where I see me using this, since I already have my 22 server that I'm pretty much already filled up, I will probably upgrade my Tera server to a much higher capacity, and I'll use this one as my second zone downstairs, because maybe I don't want to go upstairs and bother the kids with a movie. I kind of just want to hang out downstairs after they go to bed. Then I can still enjoy my Kaleidescape system and all my movies that I've got without having to fire up the full system. But as a business, this works very well for us as well, because what we can do is we can have these Strato Vs on multiple different areas throughout the showroom, because we have a lot more TVs set up than anything. We don't just have a million of our theater showrooms, so I think that that's going to work out great. So I think that's going to be it. Let me go ahead and wrap this video up for you. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for the Strato V. I am super impressed with this product right here. I can't wait to actually grab my own for my own house, as well as add multiple of these to our showroom. So we were just talking about how the immense type of applications for this. If you guys have, if you, if you guys are going on vacation, right? You guys can either be in the car, in the hotel, or even like, say, like even an RV, or if you guys go on a boat, right? A lot of the times you need internet to stream. You're not just going to lug around your a million DVDs as well as, the actual movie player itself. You can literally just take this unit with you, plug into any TV that's in pretty much any hotel, or like say if you're on a cruise or something like that. This thing will work no problem. You guys can entertain the kids, the parents can retain their sanity, and then you guys can actually spend some time as a family or even apart as a family so you guys can get some rest. So very, very impressed with this brand new platform, and again, wholeheartedly gets my my full stamp of approval. I really like the ground strap on the back. I think that's really, really cool. But besides that, I think that's gonna be it for this video. We're putting this out, I believe, the day of launch, so you guys can actually put your orders in right now. Will it be ready to ship immediately? So it's ready to ship immediately. So contact your local dealers, which is what I am. You guys can contact me at the Grid Hi-Fi. I'd be happy to help you out. We'll leave our links down in the description. You guys can go to gridhometheater.com, see why we're a 5-star rated company by all of our peers. And that's it. So links down in the description. Pick up the phone, shoot us an email. We'd be happy to help you out. That's all I got for you guys. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.